Day 22, and it's getting to the point where I have to kind of remember what day it is. On day 4 it's like, oh, this is my 4th day. Now I'm kind of like, I think I'm in the 20s somewhere, but it should be day 22. I've started my climb up into the mountains, and today's going to be an interesting day because it's just going to be a series of climbs, topping out at 7,000 feet, maybe, if I can get there. The elevation profile itself kind of looks like a mountain range because there's these climbs and then these dips, and it's just uneven. So the other thing that concerns me a little bit is I'm entering the AZT wilderness, and the description was wild and rugged. For me, that translates to hard to difficult. So it's definitely been a little bit more rocky already, but we'll just see how it goes. The big problem for me is the end of the day, there's not a lot of water sources. There is a spring about 20 miles away from where I started. So if I can make it to that, that'd be great. But if it's going to be really rugged, I'm not sure I'm going to be making 20 miles a day. But let me show you where I am. And I mean, it's beautiful. It just might be a little difficult. So this is where I'm headed. You can still see that at least this area is kind of shaded a little bit. I like to get up in elevation before it warms up, obviously. But this is the surrounding mountains with the light. And then this is looking out back the way I came. So I already started one of my climbs for today. I've got a series of climbs. And see how far I can get. And here's my welcome sign. These are the views from about mile 394.3.4, kind of between there. And the reason that's significant is according to the mileage in the Arizona Trail app for the Utah border, this is halfway. You can see we're on a little saddle. Got some views off this way. And then I can turn around. We are in the mountains now. And looking back at where I just came from. Happy halfway. I was doing the video and I almost walked past this. Somebody commemorated it. It says, boom! 1/2 and then a heart. So, boom! Happy halfway. Look at these cool rocks. Love the red. That's a deep red. But I'm almost to the top of my first climb for the day. And then after that I go down and dip up and down a little bit for like 3-4 miles. And then I have another big climb, and then after like 3 miles I have that last big climb to 7,000 if I get there today. So first climb almost done. Still finishing this first climb, but these views are pretty amazing, especially with the light still, kind of the morning lightish. And then even down here, I don't know if I can see it in the screen, but I can see Highway 87. Oh, there it is right in the middle. So I can still see the highway. Beautiful scenery this morning. I wasn't excited about coming down into this canyon and losing all that elevation that I just gained, but there are some beautiful shaded campsites right here. A nice flowing creek with pools of water, and then I just passed this at Wildflowers too, but I don't know, that looks like a mine shaft to me. I am not going to go explore it, but that's a cool little area. I think it's called McFarland Camp, and you can see there's wildflowers still blooming here. We have the, I don't know, that looks like lupin, and then these yellow guys that I see in the mountains all the time, and I have not learned their names. So here I was worried that all the wildflowers would wilt by the time I get further north, but they're still going strong. Somebody's really having fun with these stone artworks. So I was walking by minding my own business and I see an arrow right here. And I'm like, arrow. And then I'm like, 40? But no, it's 400. This is 400 miles. Somebody decorated it with wildflowers. I would not pick the wildflowers to do that, but that's exciting. 400 miles. Now they're 100 down. This first half of the day has been pretty amazing. I've just been following creeks the whole time, and a lot of times there's little mini waterfalls into pools, and the pools look so inviting, but I do need to gain some more elevation today. And I just keep crossing all of this water. I'm headed towards like a trail junction slash spring. Oh, here's another view of that. Trail junction slash spring a little further up, and that'll be about halfway today to Bear Spring. So I just ate lunch and passed the spring, and I'm partway up my second big climb, and it's my last of the really big climbs for today. So I've got it underneath this peak over here, and then looking back this way is the way that I came. So this climb, I'm going to be going over 6,000 feet. I think I'm climbing to like 6,400, and I'm really hoping there's shade up there. I just found the one piece of shade to eat my lunch, and now I'm looking for more because shade really helps. I'm above 6,000 feet, as you can see from these dead pine trees, but I've pretty much finished my second climb, the big climb, and I can see the next step. So I'm on the trail here, and then I need to go dip down to this pass and then kind of walk uphill this ridge, and on the other side of that point is 7,100 feet, and that will be my high point. And then just have to hit Bear Springs from there. Looks like I will definitely be able to do it today. There's another thru hiker who's going to be camping there as well, so she'll get there before I do, and we'll see what the campsites look like, if I'm staying there or if I'm moving further, which I didn't think I'd be able to do today. But the trails have been pretty well constructed and maintained, so it's been pretty easy going. Shade. Lovely, lovely shade. This is the saddle before the climb up to, well, I'm not going all the way up, but to near that pointy mountain. And these are the views to the west. Very hazy, but still pretty cool. And then, let's get around this tree. And then the views to the right are just kind of, just these mountains. Here they are. These are the views to the right. Well, I'm finally starting to head down. I wish I had taken video on the other side of this hill, because the views were amazing. I might still get it if I come over here. I'm not sure how far I'm going right now. I know I'm going to Bear Spring, which is about 2 miles. Not sure what kind of view Bear Spring has, but oh boy, that was an exhausting climb on tired legs, and I was being assaulted by gnats pretty much the whole time, and they were, you know, landing on the most sensitive areas of my face. And then they had this move where they flew directly inside my sunglasses and then crawled around, and the only way I could shake them off was by taking off my sunglasses. So that was fun. So headed downhill to Bear Spring, and that's probably where I'm going to call it for today. So this is Bear Spring. Not as springy as I thought. It's more of a well, but the next water source is 6 miles away. So I'm going to have to filter from here. And this was way off trail. But again, it was the only water source in the area. Like, if you can see, there's a saddle back there where those trees go down. That's where the trail is, and that's actually probably where I'm going to camp tonight, because there's some nice spots there. But I need to filter water first. I'm all set up on the saddle. Haley's back at the junction for the spring, but I thought this was slightly less buggy, and that's only slightly. And it's got some pretty good views too. Kind of obstructed, but you can still see the mountains. So yay. So day 22 is in the books. And tomorrow I'm going to be going up and down these mountains a little bit, and then hopefully starting my descent to the East Verde River. And as an added bonus, there's supposed to be a big storm tomorrow. So weather's been weird on the trail, and we'll see if that happens, but it's just part of the journey.